Welcome back, agents. It's LtBuzzLitebeer reporting in with another The Division 2 weapon analysis and review. Today, I am taking a look at the Honey Badger assault rifle, introduced as part of Episode 3. But before I begin the review, here are some basic stats and in-game info for you on the Honey Badger. The country of origin is the United States of America. The rate of fire is 790 rounds per minute. The magazine holds 30 rounds. The fire type is full auto only, and the reload speed is 2.1 seconds. The Honey Badger is commonly mistaken as a submachine gun, but in reality, it is what is known as a PDW, or Personal Defense Weapon. Developed by Advanced Armament Corporation in close coordination with Special Operations Units, the Honey Badger was designed to replace the H&K MP5 and other similar CQC weapon systems. Designed around a standard M4 upper and lower receiver, short barrel with gas impingement system and integrated suppressor, the Honey Badger was designed to be convenient for militaries already using the M16s, as there are many similarities. The Honey Badger uses proprietary ammunition designed by AAC in cooperation with Remington Defense, and overall, the 300 Blackout round has the same length and width as the standardized 5.56 by 45mm NATO, except that it is a .30 caliber bullet designed for better penetration and terminal ballistics. As of 2013, AAC refocused their efforts towards silencer production, and the Honey Badger project was shelved, allowing SIG to overtake that portion of the market with their SIG MCX. The Honey Badger and its perfect version, the Savage Wolverine, were one of two new assault rifles introduced as part of Episode 3, with the other being the exotic Chameleon assault rifle. Now, just taking a quick look at the stats, and the Honey Badger does not overwhelm you in any one category, as it has identical stats to those of the Carbine 7, a known assault rifle that finished in 9th place for cyclic DPS in my best-in-class assault rifles comparison for Title Update 6. Base weapon damage ranges, as of now, range from a low of 10,780 up to a maximum base damage roll of 13,176, and that puts it right around other assault rifles like the P416s, Pyromaniac, Carbine 7, Police M4s, and G36s. Through my testing at the firing range and using my AR headshot DPS build, the Honey Badger was pushing out body shots without crit of 27,549, and it held that damage output until it touched 35 meters, where it fell to just 27,544. At 45 meters, it was down to 25,720, and finally at 50 meters, 24,838. Overall, the 10% damage to distance drop-off is not bad, and it was really only once I touched 45 meters that I saw any real lowerings of my damage output. Now, in reality, most of your engagements with assault rifles will be at 30 meters and inwards, and for that, the Honey Badger remains steady with optimal damage across the board. While I'm on the subject of damage to distance drop-off and my firing range testing, here are the results for the Savage Wolverine. At 5 and 10 meters, using the same build as I used for the Honey Badger tests, this weapon pushed out an impressive 35,790 for body shots without crit, and this is due entirely to the perfect close and personal talent that can be found on this weapon. 15 meters on out to 35 meters registered damage figures of 27,369, and that is a significant loss in damage, but remember that anything past 10 meters, perfect close and personal will not proc. At 45 meters, the Savage Wolverine was registering body shots of 25,552, and finally at 50 meters, 24,675. The 31% damage to distance drop-off ratio is extremely high, but remember that at 5 and 10 meters, we are achieving a plus 50% weapon damage bonus that is removed at anything past the 10 meter mark. Since both the Honey Badger and Savage Wolverine are clones of each other, I will cover the stability and accuracy of both weapons simultaneously, and in this area of weapon handling, they both performed superbly. Recoil patterns are extremely easy to control with little to no vertical rise when firing full auto. Pinpoint accuracy at all ranges seemed to happen without any effort on my side, and targeting headshots at 30 to 35 meters was really quite easy. Now, if you are someone that struggles with weapon recoil patterns and are unable to accurately target specific portions of targets, try using these sister weapons, as they really are quite easy to control even without stability or accuracy mods. Reload speeds are considered on the high side of the assault rifle classification, but when you take an overall snapshot of this weapon archetype, reload times range from 1.8 to 2.2 seconds, so there really isn't much variance. Most agents primarily concern themselves with damage output and are willing to forgive certain handling deficiencies if the weapon hits hard, and in this area, both of these weapons struggle due to their mid-pack base damage ranges. In fact, there are only 5 assault rifle model classifications that output less base damage than the Honey Badgers, and all of the 5 have much higher RPMs to help offset the weaker damage per round. Now, I will get to the Savage Wolverine in a moment and its perfect weapon talent, but overall, these two weapons are essentially reskinned Carbine 7s. This means that they handle extremely well, have very high stability and accuracy, but will suffer in overall damage output per round. The exception to this statement is the Savage Wolverine and the perfect close and personal weapon talent, and if you can keep your targets in that radius, it will output roughly 30% more damage than the Honey Badger. Now, in terms of damage, the Savage Wolverine was pushing out nearly 17% more damage per body shot, devoid of crit bonuses, than my Eagle Bearer, using the same exact build, and that is significant. Now, once the Eagle Bearer procs Eagle Strike and gains the 50% damage bonus and reload perk, it will best the Savage Wolverine, but for a perfect weapon archetype, being able to stay close to my best-in-class AR for TU6 is not a bad distinction. Taking into consideration everything I have just outlined, it is time to assign both of these weapons a score. For the Honey Badger assault rifle, I give it strong marks for the stability and laser beam accuracy, but it struggles to output raw damage versus other weaponry in this archetype. For this, I award the Honey Badger a rating of 3 out of 5 stars, as despite the easy handling, this really is an average weapon versus other assault rifles. Next up is the Savage Wolverine, and this weapon is a bit more difficult to rate, as the only difference between the Honey Badger and this crafted version is the perfect close and personal weapon talent. So with this in mind, I am going to award the Savage Wolverine a rating of 4 out of 5 stars, and this is a median between the 5 stars it receives when the weapon talent and extra damage is procced, and the 3 stars it receives when it is not, and it becomes a Honey Badger. This is going to wrap up my weapon analysis and review of the Honey Badger and Savage Wolverine, and I look forward to reading your thoughts in the comments section below. If you haven't yet taken the time, please smash that sub button and click on the bell icon to receive all notifications from my YouTube channel. If you liked the video, rate it with a thumbs up. If not, a thumbs down. If you feel like supporting my YouTube content, please check in the video description for links to my Patreon page, where you can become a monthly supporter, and to my Teespring merchandise store. If you want to follow me on Twitter, here is my ID, and I comment on most things gaming related with a heavy emphasis on the Division franchise. Until my next upload, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.